Hi everyone, it's Ashley with Going Crocheting, and as you can see, I am on yet another mission to go to a market. I have a one-day market tomorrow, but they let you set up the night before, and then they, keep your items safe in their building for the night. And I actually prefer doing this because that way in the morning, if I forgot anything tonight, I can bring it with me in the morning so I don't have to worry about forgetting things. And I have done this market with these same people before. So last year was my first year doing this market with them, and I had a successful market. So then I signed up for their spring market and also their free summer market. And so this is my second fall market that I'm doing with them this year, and I'm excited to do that. My mom is actually going to meet me there to help me set up, since I did have pneumonia and she wants to make sure I don't lift too heavy or overexert myself. So that was really sweet of her to offer help with that. So I'm going to be meeting her there. I already know exactly where I'm going to be setting up, and that makes it easy for me because I kind of have an idea of how my setup is going to be already, just based off of knowing where I will be. Although it does depend on who is around me, whether I can do the setup I want to do or not, because if someone is directly next to me, then I won't be able to do my walk around setup like I want to do. But if they are not next to me, then I can. I'm just gonna find out once I get there, but I'm gonna finish my drive to my pre-market setup, and I will talk to you guys in the morning. Bye. And we are officially on our way to my one-day market in a neighboring town, and I am really excited for this market. I did well at this market last year. This is one of the ones that sparked me to want to do this all the time, and so I'm a little nervous, but I'm a little excited. Yesterday when I set up my table, I realized that I'm a lot lower on inventory than I expected myself to be at this point. I think my 2 weeks of no crocheting because I was sick has really put a dent in my inventory, which is a little concerning, but that's okay. We'll do what we can do. I have lots of little items, but it's my medium-sized items that I am lower on. I did grab another bag. You can see I have another bag back there. That's all my large plushies that I have that I don't usually bring with me at every event because I don't have any place to put them because they are so large. They're more of my showstopper pieces to draw people into my booth. And so I brought another whole bag of those just so I can fill up my empty spaces. And I do have some random things that I can add in. I have a couple witches hats that I can add, and a couple blankets that I can fold up and put in that I don't usually put out because they don't typically sell the greatest. And so I can throw those things out. The only reason I'm kind of concerned about today with my inventory being low is I have another market exactly 1 week away That's a 2-day market that's supposed to be really big. They have over 100 vendors. I think they just sent the map out yesterday, and I am number 144 out of like maybe 150 vendors. So there's going to be a very big event next weekend, and so I'm only going to have a week to prep for it, which makes me kind of nervous. I can't change the fact that I got sick. I can't change the fact that this is how much inventory I have left. So I'm just going to go with what I have, and fingers crossed I do well. And I stopped on my way to grab myself a salad for lunch. They didn't have the salad I actually wanted. I usually get like a BLT salad, but I ended up getting a Caesar salad because they didn't have the salad I wanted. And of course I got myself my refresher, and now I am almost at the event. I have half an hour before it starts. I wanted to get here a little bit earlier than this, but you know, life happens. And so this is as soon as I could get here, and now I'll have right around half an hour to make my booth set up a little bit better with all the extra stuff I brought. And yeah, so I'll show you guys my booth after I rearrange it, and then we'll see what the day brings us. We'll see what the day brings us. I did make everything. Thank you. They're fun to make. Yes. Let me guess, you like Mario.
I mean Mario and Pokemon.
You like Mario and Pokemon? Awesome.
And I like Sonic too.
Oh, Sonic's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I see Sonic on your hat.
Yeah, and there's the Echidna. There's the Echidna Knuckles.
Yep. My nephew, Sonic is his favorite. Anyone from Sonic is his favorite.
You wanna know who this is? This is Brook.
I see. I did not know who that was.
He is a gym leader.
He is.
Yeah.
How do you like those pups?
Love him.
Oh my God, look at this.
Just have to be careful with the smaller sizes because they can snap or break if you drop them. But I love them. I won't use anything else.
I've thought about getting ones, but haven't pulled the plug on them yet.
They're expensive.
Yeah.
So it's...
That's why I haven't yet.
Well, I got my first one for Christmas last year. I held out. I was like, Mommy, please, can you? And she got me one, and I fell in love with it, and then I bought a bunch in my favorite sizes. Okay. Hey. Yeah, I was trying to do like a little Halloween theme.
Do you have a small bag too?
Yes, I do. I was just going to offer one. Okay.
Do you,
Oh, is that gonna fit?
I don't know. We're gonna do this. Watch.
Oh, this one.
Oh,
Don't want to
sorry.
give her the wrong one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
your stuff is
Thank you. I mean, I can make you one. Okay. Like, how do you want the black and white one?
I don't know.
Okay. What color eyes do you want for the black one? Okay. Yeah, I had two, and they both. It's 12 o'clock, and I just finished this little Ophire Co mermaid. 12:20, and I made my second make of the day, a little stingray.
Didn't you pull the trolley in last night?
I'm done my market. I didn't get a whole ton of footage at the market this time just because there really wasn't much going on. It was pretty quiet. The beginning of the day started off fairly decent with the amount of crowds that we had. We'd have a pretty busy crowd, and then it would quiet down, and then it'd be busy and then quiet down. But about the last 2 to 3 hours of the event were really quiet. Not much traffic coming through. The other vendors were thinking maybe because of the weather, it's really windy out today, and some other people were saying it's because it's an election year, people aren't buying as much because it's an election year, and they're kind of waiting to see what happens with that. But still a good day for me. I got lots of crocheting done at least, and I don't have to worry about next week now because I do still have a bunch of inventory since really I didn't sell any of my little stuffies at all. All the stuff I prepared, maybe sold 5 out of that. I didn't sell a whole ton of those. I don't have to worry about preparing those for next week at least. So that takes a bit of pressure off of me. I'm going to focus on doing medium-sized items for this upcoming week, and I'm not going into any more Halloween items. I'm just going to do my standard items that I want to do, and we'll go from there. But when I get home, I will update you on my bestsellers, even though I don't think it's really going to be that amazing of a list this week. I think I only sold 1 banana and I made like 12. So I have lots of bananas left over. No one wanted the bananas today. Everyone picked them up and smiled and looked at them, but no one really wanted them. So that was a lot of yarn and time spent on 0. But they will sell eventually, so I'm not worried about it. It's just I thought they would sell a little bit better than they did today. But yeah, stay tuned. I'll let you guys know what went well and what didn't move. I am back home. I put everything away, and I actually packed everything so that all I have to do is throw it back in my car for next weekend, because I do have another market next weekend. So all my bags are full. Even though I brought that big extra bag, I was able to condense it all the items I had brought the first day for my pre-market setup day. And so I didn't need to have an extra bag or anything for that, which is really good. Now, anything I make this coming week, I'll just throw in its own bag and bring that to the market with me. So everything's ready to go for next week. And now let's break down what went well and maybe some things that didn't really move at all. So when it comes to my smaller items, I include my loaf cats. They are more than $10. I tried to keep my small item rack between $5 to $12. And then the Loaf Cats have their own little box, their adoption box, and I keep that separate, but I always count them in as my small rack items just because I do make multiples of them. Most of the things I do make are one-offs. I'll do like a cow and an elephant and a monkey, and those are all just one and done type of things, maybe sometimes 2 or 3, but I don't make like a handful of them. And so when it comes to the Loaf Cats, I consider those part of that inventory that I make multiples of. So that's usually what I focus on when I talk about what my best sellers versus my not so good sellers are. And let's see, for my Loaf Cats were definitely number 1 again. I think it was like a competition between Loaf Cats and Bananas my last market, but this market, Loaf Cats definitely took the lead at selling 5. I think I had 15 total. I sold 5 of those. So that was my my highest item that I sold. And then after that, my stingrays, which are only $5 a piece, I sold 3 of those. And then my opossums, I had, I think, 5 left from my last markets because I hadn't been making them because they weren't selling well. And this market, I sold 3 of them. And so now I have to make some more opossums because I think I only have 2 left. So opossums are definitely going to be a necessity for next week. But the funny thing is, all of that prep work I did, if you saw my video of how many items can I make in a week, I was trying to reach a goal of 72 items. You can watch that video and you'll see how many items I made there. But out of all of those items that I was really focused on, bananas. I sold 1. I think I made like 8 or 9 bananas just in that video alone. I sold 1. And I made 20 chickens, mini chickens, because I was selling them pretty well at one of my markets. I sold 0. So I made 20 chickens and I sold 0 of them. So that was a pretty big waste of time. I also made a bunch of turtles, like tofu turtles, and yet those didn't move either, which is really funny. I was still happy I went to this market even though it wasn't as busy as last year was. I still feel like it was a good time. I got to see a lot of people that I recognized, a lot of repeat customers coming in and saying hey to me, and just overall a good time. I love this small community I live in because every time I go to a market, I get to see all of these people, and you know, a lot of them come to the same markets, so it's a lot of fun to see them over and over again. A couple small boys there that I have seen in other markets because their parents do the markets as well, and so they will wander around when they have some money, and they always come to my booth. And it was so cute because these 2 boys, they must have been friends, they came into my booth and they both looked at me and pointed at me and they said, I know you, and they had both bought something from me in previous markets, and so that was real fun. And I was like, I know you guys too, I recognize your faces, but I don't know your names. And so they gave me their names and they were just like, we love your booth, it's our favorite booth to come to. And so little things like that are a lot of fun. They really make it worth my time, my energy, and my weekends, because you know, weekends are precious in my family. And so it was really nice to see them there and to be able to just have that little piece of recognition from other people and just let me know that they notice me and they appreciate what I do. So that was a lot of fun. But now, as you can hear in my voice, it is all crackly and tired. So I'm gonna go ahead and go get some rest, and I will see you guys next week at my next market. So I'll talk to you all later. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below what your favorite thing is that you saw from this video, and I will talk to everyone later. So bye. Of like familiar that little piece of recognition.